Okay, this is the Viper 4567 here with my Attitude Era episode 6, which is WWF King of the Ring. So it's the 6th episode in the series. So far it hasn't been great in terms of the pay-per-views. Like, best pay-per-view so far was the second one, which was In Your House, the Final 4. This pay-per-view wasn't great, another bad kind of pay-per-view, but it was better than the last, 10 times better than the last one, we'll say. Kind of, if you want to go that far, like, it was way better. This was in Providence, Rhode Island, at the Providence Civic Center. Before this pay-per-view, obviously, the Raw a couple of weeks back, Stone Cold Steve Austin and HBK won the WWF tag titles against the Hart Foundation members, Owen, Hart, and the British Bulldog. And I think I've watched this match a few times now. It was a really good match. I remember watching. I've seen it at least twice, because obviously I have the Austin DVD as well. So I remember the match. It was really, really good. So that's so basically, and then they've been arguing ever since. So that's why they've led up to tonight. Also, Triple H is back into the King of the Ring after Vader was injured due to a broken nose at the previous pay-per-view. Because obviously Ahmed Johnson actually defeated Triple H in the first round, and Triple H got back in by facing Crush, and he defeated him to face Ahmed Johnson in the semis. So we'll get on to the first match, which was Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley defeating Ahmed Johnson in a crap opening match. Basically, wasn't great really. The crowd, though, I must say, for the first time in this series so far, the series I've had, the crowd are red hot throughout the whole fucking pay-per-view. I must say, the pay-per-view was really great. The crowd itself on this pay-per-view were excellent. As we said, Triple H, Ahmed Johnson defeated Hunter Hearst Helmsley in the first round of the King of the Ring by DQ, but obviously got back in to face Crush, in which he defeated Crush. The crowd really went crazy for Johnson, I must say, which was because he's not great, really, to be quite honest. I'm being honest, really being honest now. I know he's just not good. He's just very, very stiff in the ring, and some of the moves he does in this is absolutely terrible. He dominates most of the match. The Gorilla Slam with a military press on Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Johnson then misses a flying elbow. Triple H and Johnson then both on the outside. Johnson slams Triple H into the steps. Triple H then back into the ring with an axe handle off the top, which gets a 2. Shit looking scissors kick from Ahmed Johnson. He's supposed to get his neck, but he ends up getting his lower back. China distracts Ahmed to the point where he dominated the whole match. Triple H high knees him kind of into the back. He bounced off the turnbuckle, and Triple H gets the win with the pedigree. So overall, a really poor match. I'll give it 1 star at the very best. Next match then is Mankind defeating Jerry the King Lawler in an okay match, I must say. I tell you, this match was pretty good. It was okay. Like, it wasn't crap like the first one, but this match, yeah. Well, considering I was never a fan of the King, really, this match was pretty good. Okay, probably the best part they can do with this match, really. Before the match, Mankind cuts promo saying, "Where's my Uncle Paul?" And he's going to win the King of the Ring. And King basically says, "You're ugly" to Mankind a few times, and then insults the crowd. King defeated Goldust, and Mankind defeated Savio Vega. This is how these two met each other. They brought on the outside staff with King then with a Bulldog on Mankind. King works on Mankind's ear to the point where he bites it. Yeah. King gets a pile driver on the outside. Mankind hits King's face into the guardrail twice. Mankind hits his face off the steps. Yeah. In the ring, another pile driver gets 2 for the King, and then King slams Mankind's head into the guardrail. King then does his signature punch from the second rope, goes then for another pile driver, but that gets reversed into the Mandible Claw, and that gets the win. So overall, a little better match than the opener. I'll give it a 1.5 stars. Then Brian Pillman then is backstage, and he starts bad mouthing about Stone Cold Steve Austin. Austin, he's not aware that Austin's behind him. He basically attacks him, brings him in then into the bathroom, goes into one of the cubicles and puts Pillman's head into the toilet basically and gives him a swirly, which was pretty fucking cool, I must say. So that obviously that was Pillman and Austin were obviously going to face each other the next night. And all these two have had a lot of history together. Obviously, they were they were WCW tag champions, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Forget the Hollywood Blondes. There you go. That's the name of them. So next match then, Goldust defeats Crush in a oh god, this was diabolical. The worst match of the night. There's the only dud in the night, which is the only positive. But the crowd, though, surprisingly, were really into the match. They're making a lot of noise, and just as the match went down, though, I think they kind of went toward when the match went on and on, the crowd kind of got less and less hot for it. But then again, the Nation. This is where the Nation were about to disform, because there was a lot of tension within the group. They start on the outside. Goldust hits Crush's face off the steps. Nice. Neckbreaker gets 2 from Crush. Gutbuster gets 2 for Crush as well. He dominates the match, but it comes out of nowhere, basically. Basically out of nowhere, Goldust gets a DDT and that gets the win. So I'm going to give that a dud, basically. So unfortunately, another dud on a card on this series. So next then, Owen Hart, basically the Hart Foundation, Owen Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and the British Bulldog defeat the Legion of Doom and Psycho Sid in what was an okay match. So it wasn't great. Again, the crowd actually really were fucking into Sid Vicious, which was a bit weird. I never knew he even turned face. And it was weird to see, because this is his first pay-per-view since WrestleMania. Was he injured or something? Because I don't watch Raw, like the episodes of Raw before the pay-per-view, so I don't really know, was he injured or what. So if anyone can let me know about that. Starting off things is Owen and Animal misses a flying elbow. The crowd wants Sid, basically. Sid gets the tag, which to a great ovation. Gets a test of strength with Bulldog, but Bulldog gets the suplex down Sid. Hawk then with a shit looking flying clothesline, which gets 2. Yeah, everything that Hawk does is shit. Then the LOD and Sid attack Jim the Anvil Neidhart, while the ref is busy getting Bulldog and Owen back to their corner. Bulldog gets a pile driver on Hawk. He gets straight back up and basically just doesn't sell it. Clotheslines Bulldog and gets a 2 count. Nice spinning heel kick then from Owen Hart on Hawk. Sorry. Neidhart then hits Animal with a chair. Sid gets in. The crowd go nuts again. He cleans house with a big boo and Owen, then a choke slam on Bulldog. Owen Hart basically tries to do a sunset flip pinfall, and that gets the win over Sid Vicious. So, as I said, this match was okay. It wasn't great. It's probably the best match probably of the night so far, but didn't really do a lot for me. I'm going to give it a 1.5 stars, but it's slightly better than what we'd say Jerry Lawler and Mankind match was. But again, like this, another kind of, so far it's been better than a cold day in hell, let's just say. So next then we have the finals of the King of the Ring. Hunter Hearst Helmsley defeating Mankind in a decent match, I must say. Really, so far the match of the night so far. This match went almost 20 minutes. This is probably what could have ruined. I think if this match went maybe 13 to 14 minutes, this could have been a 2.5 star match. So Mankind, basically his neck is really bad going into this trip, which King didn't obviously in the previous match. So Triple H works the neck throughout this match, which is good to see. But obviously Mankind, King did work on his ear, the half-bitten ear, which was kind of weird. Mankind then bites Triple H's face. The brawl then onto the outside. Mankind slams Triple H's face into the guardrail. Slams Triple H's face first into the guardrail, I should say. Mankind gets his neck stuck in the ropes, which looked absolutely fucking sick. Triple H baseball slides Mankind's face, and his face goes into the guardrail. He basically just slides and boom, down. Where are we then? Mankind, and then Triple H slams Mankind's face then into the steel steps. Mankind gets a double arm DDT. when she goes for the pinfall, so China distracts the ref. Then onto the outside, Triple H, basically they're on the announcers table, the English announcers table, and basically Triple H pedigrees him and looked absolutely sick. Like, it wasn't, Triple H has never been good at pedigreeing people through tables anyway, so same with Randy Orton. He can't seem to RKO anyone through a table. Triple H then, China hits Mankind in the back with these, what would you call it, the King's kind of chalice or something, whatever. Slams off his back, he gets in, that gets only a 2. And then Triple H then goes for the pedigree, and that gets the win. So after the match, then Triple H, I think, hits Mankind in the face then with the crown. So, and Triple H is the 1997th King of the Ring. Whoopee. So the match was okay. It was very decent. So I'm going to give that match 2 stars. Next match then is Stone Cold Steve Austin and Shawn Michaels fought to a double disqualification in what was a very good match. Now I must say, but match of the night. I rated it at 3.5. The match itself, I think if the finish didn't happen to be in the way it was, I think it could have been a little higher, maybe 4 stars, maybe. But overall, it was a very good match. The Hart Foundation come out and issued a challenge to any 5-man team for the next pay-per-view, which would be Canadian Stampede, which I can't wait to review. Which Brett also says it'll be one of his first matches back, and it goes over to the color commentary, but obviously the English, and then obviously the announce table is broke, and basically don't have another headset. Basically, Brett loses the head with Vince McMahon. I don't know if this was scripted now or this was basically just something that just sparkled. I don't know. Then the rest have a go at JR, so the ref and other management come down to escort them backstage. The crowd are red hot for this match, so let's get started. Nice shoulder block from Austin. Then in a weird moment, kind of like a Special Olympian, fell over the guardrail. So, which was nice out of HBK. I don't know if this was scripted now or not. Helps him backstage with his mother. Which kind of felt sorry for the poor kid. Because he kind of lost the head. The camera was kind of on him and he was kind of losing the head, poor little thing. Like, I know a few people who are in the Special Olympics actually, so it's kind of sad to see. But let's get on with it anyway. Austin and HBK then get into a test of strength. Austin kicks HBK 3 times in the guts. Nice back body drop, gets 2 for HBK. Austin gets the Lufas press on HBK. Austin slaps HBK's head off the rope. Kind of, the snap rope thing. HBK is on the apron of the ring, and Austin runs into HBK, and he goes flying into the guardrail. And Austin and HBK do a very nice pin reverse sequence. They do that for about, I think, 4 pinfalls each, basically. Austin rams HBK's face into the steel steps. Austin press slams HBK on the concrete. Small package gets then back in the ring. Then small package gets 2 for HBK. An axe handle from the second rope gets a 2 count for Austin. Austin then gets rammed into the guardrail by HBK. Then back in the ring, clothesline gets 2 for Austin. Ref gets bumped, so Austin gets the stunner. Goes over to cover, but the ref is still down. He gets the ref off and stunners him then, which was nice. Then another referee comes in. No, switching music then from HBK onto Austin. He goes to pin. Another referee comes in. He checks on the other ref, so HBK gets up and just super kicks him. So basically then another Hebner then came out then basically just disqualified them both. So overall a very good match. Kind of a suckish ending to the match, but sure, whatever. We'll give it 3.5. Next then, Undertaker defeats Faarooq in a okay match to retain the WWF Championship. Yeah, I'd love to know who the fuck wanted Faarooq to be in this match. I don't know. Basically, Faarooq's been at the start, at the open. He's usually an opener, so I just don't get why he was given a WWF title shot. But what can we do? Before the match, Taker has an interview, and Paul Bearer basically is back, obviously blackmailing him. This is about Kane. Obviously, if he didn't stay with him, he'll reveal his big secret, which is obviously his brother Kane is alive. Blah blah blah. So we'll get on with it. Faarooq attacks Taker from behind when he comes out. Bad looking big boot to Faarooq from Taker, which was Faarooq didn't really set it properly. Then a nice power slam gets 2 for Faarooq. Then the Nation attack Taker when the referee is distracted. Taker does the rope thing, but instead he jumps off the rope onto all 3 members of the Nation, which is Savio Vega, Crush, and another member, Tito Brown, which was absolutely cool. He goes to the walk rope again, but the referee gets distracted and Savio Vega pulls him and pulls Taker's leg and basically goes crotch first onto the ropes. Suplex then gets 2 for Faarooq. Faarooq then goes for a low blow. Again, the Nation attack the Undertaker. Taker kicks the steps, and Faarooq has the steps, and basically Taker kicks that into his face. Faarooq then with a pile driver gets 2. Faarooq then gets distracted while Savio and Crush are arguing with each other, and basically turns around and eats a tombstone. So Undertaker retains the WWF title. After the match, then Paul Bearer wants Taker to chokeslam Faarooq. He does it then 3 times. Then surprisingly, Ahmed Johnson comes out and says, like, why are you listening to him? Why are you taking all this? So basically Taker goes to hit him, and basically Johnson does a sit down powerbomb. So that's a bit of a weird way to end the show. Overall, the match was very okay. It was just okay. It was just, I'd give it a star, maybe 1/4 at best. So overall, this pay-per-view wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad to a degree. So I'm going to give it a 4.25. So my next pay-per-view will be the Canadian Stampede, which I really am looking forward to. I'm actually going to start watching that now tonight. What day is it today? King of the Ring. It's Thursday, so I'll probably have that up for next Monday. So this was the Viber 4567. I'm going to sign out now. Please subscribe and comment below and let me know what you think. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.